toast to their career.
The perfect combination, boy.
Hemp hard, legends in the South.
This is sports fans' only home for the hottest sports show around. These guys are on fire.
You're now listening to KJ and Sean Mack. Let's talk some damn sports.
Thanks for tuning in. Sports Fans Only Boxing. C. Anthony back with another video. Want to take some time and say rest in peace to Leon Spinks, the older brother of Michael Spinks, father of Corey Spinks. He also had a notable win back in the 80s. I watched this guy fight a lot in the 80s. He upset Muhammad Ali, so kudos to him. I want to say rest in peace to the family. But today's video going to touch up on up-and-coming strong talent on the rise. This guy, he won silver medal and a gold medal back in the days at the U.S. National Golden Glove. So shouts out to him. I'm talking about the young man on the come up, on the rise, Jaron Ennis, the young Philly fighter, 23 years old, 5'10" welterweight. I think he has 26 wins, 24 by KO. So we definitely going to talk about him a little bit, give him some play. The guy is a young, strong switch hitter, power in both hands. He at times, he can sit down on his punches, let his hands go. He can shoot shine also real quick. Just a new talent that's coming up. So I want to say, he hasn't had a lot of resistance so far in his career. Actually, he hasn't had much at all. I think that he's been disposing of his competition quite easily. I think Ennis, he definitely has the potential to become a superstar in the sport of boxing. I'll say he has great defense. He's slippery. He slips well. He pivots well. Elusive. That's the word I was looking for. He's very elusive. Being from Philly, he has that shoulder roll down pat. Good training. Comes from a family of fighters. I think his brother gets it, and also I think his dad's involved in the training up in his camp. He's definitely going to be a problem in the future. I think with the when he gets to the top tier competition, I hope they don't rush him through his career. I'd like to see him maybe start off. This is 2021, so maybe by the end of this year, early 2022, I'd like to see him maybe get in there and slug it out with another tough Philly fighter, which would be Danny Garcia. Maybe he could make his rounds too. If he can't get Garcia, maybe he could take Mikey, the other Garcia. Maybe he could even go through Thurman or Sean Porter. I will say that Sean Porter, I was watching his podcast the other day. He made some interesting statements. I want to say that he said he'll never fight Jaron Ennis because it's not his job to fight the new young up and coming talent. He says that he don't want that action, but I think that's just Sean Porter's way of giving a young prospect his props. I don't think Sean Porter will back down from anybody, so I would love to see that fight. I think those fighters that I mentioned facing Jaron Ennis would test his ability to it would test his composure. It would test his ability to adapt on the fly. We all know it's kind of like it's like high-speed chess. High speed, you need plan A, B, and C. So I think Ennis is going to progress really good in his career. I just hope he doesn't get hope he doesn't get thrown to the wolves too early in his career. That really could damage a young fighter. And these days, these fighters, they want the O. Just like Mayweather, they want to stay undefeated. I want to say when he gets to top competition, because I'm sure he will, I hope that he doesn't feel bad if he has an L, because when he gets to like the Crawfords, the Spencers, if he has one or two losses, I don't think it's a big deal. These days, people do less fighting to stay undefeated rather than just progressing in your career. So I'll say that. I think if he did get to Crawford and Spence when that happens, if it happens right now, I would just say he's definitely not ready. He'll keep it competitive maybe for a few rounds, but the experience of Crawford and Spence, they'll be able to stay a step ahead of him at all times. And if he ever gets hurt in those fights, those guys are excellent at taking out their prey. They'll probably finish the young guy. But I want to say maybe late 2022, early 2023. He'd be ready to do some damage with those guys. He might could take them out. You know, I'm thinking I got to change my sentiments on that because he may never get to Errol Spence. Errol's claiming that 2 more fights at the welterweight division, and then he's done. He's chasing the other fighters, the 154, possible 160. So I want to say, you know, it might be 2022. It might be all on you, Terrence Crawford. You're 32, so you'll be probably pushing like 34 when you take this fight, and this will be pushing about 25, so this would be a good sort of passing of the torch so far. Crawford, his career is kind of slow, so this might be a good passing of the torch with Ennis. I just wanted to do this video on him, get his name out there, up and coming talent, looks promising, you know, trying to say all the right things about him. Very, very skilled, but I'm going to end this video up with a Mike Tyson quote. You know, everybody has a plan till you get hitting them out. So we're going to keep Jaron Ennis in the news as his career progresses. I want to say thanks for tuning in, Sports Fans Only Boxing. See Anthony, Sean Mack on production. If you like Jaron Ennis, hit the like button, run him up. Much love. Respect.